Hi, I'm Charlotte with Share with Charlotte podcast, where finding balance in relationship. And I want to welcome again you for tuning in, and I say thank you. I am the creator and host. And if you have not yet reviewed the last episode, which is Your Voice Creating Conflict or Connection, I encourage you to do so. And if you like the message, please click like. I would appreciate that. And also on this particular topic, there is something going on in America right now that is so disturbing and is creating a lot of anxiety, a lot of um, stress within the people, the country as a whole, individuals. But we are in a state of where we are so unbalanced in where we are. This particular episode is titled Election Year: How to Stay Balanced. Election year, how to stay balanced. Because that is the big thing that's consuming America and probably pretty much the world at this point because their eyes are on America. And we as a people, we as a country is under so much stress and anxiety because it's the unknown. It's not knowing the end because only God knows the end of this results of what that's going to be. We don't know that. So because we don't know, we're in a state of chaos. You have the American Psychological Association out of Washington, D.C., who did an annual study. He did their survey, and they always do one every year to conclude where the stress level in America coming from. The number one place for that was politics, to the degree that it was 7 out of 10 people who was experiencing anxiety and stress over this election. And guys, that number is high. 7 out of 10 people is very, very, very high. Because people are in a state where they feel like they don't have no sense of control. But what I can say, as they always say, is your vote is your power. It may not decide what's the end, but I guarantee you without your vote, you're helping to decide what that is. But also with your vote, you just might get what you're voting for. And so every vote is important. And a lot of people will not vote. And probably you have somebody in your family who decide they want to sit this one out. I know I do. I have somebody in my family who clearly said they're not voting. As much as I tried to persuade them, talk to them, even plead with them, they're not voting. And it's hurtful when you hear someone say they won't vote. And if you think in your family, do you have someone like that maybe you tried to speak with and just still won't vote? This year in this election, guys, is the most critical election that I've ever experienced, and I'm 67. I thought when Obama was running for president, I was just filled with like we got to get out and vote. I was in long lines of people waiting to vote, and I did vote on election day, and of course Obama won. But it was the first Black president that I was so proud to vote for, and I thought that was critical. That was something extremely serious. But this election is far more important. And they're saying on both sides of the aisle, both Republican and Democrats, we share the same sentiments, and that is if the other party wins and the party that you vote for loses, that we feel that America, our democracy, would not be what we would ever remember it to be, that it is lost. It's going to change. It's going to diminish. Both sides feel the same. So it's not like the Democrat feel more of that less than the Republican. No, both parties feel the same. And so the fight is on as to who wins this election. But it's causing so much stress among the people. You have family members, even sometimes in your own households, that you can't even talk politics to because it creates this argument. You have other family members, you got friends, you have people that even block people and block family members. Because this is a very sensitive topic for where we stand in America with how we vote. I'm not here on this particular episode to share with you or to try to persuade you as to how you should vote. But I do know voting is critical on which either level. Because I look back within years before I was ever even thought of the people that could not vote, the people who had to die, who struggled, who was persecuted, who were tormented, who could not vote and just wanted to be one that their voice could be heard, could not be. And now that gift been given to us. And many of us won't even exercise the gift, knowing all the people who struggled before us. So we can have this privilege and have this right to vote. And you still won't vote. But I will say this, and it is in how you vote. God look at our hearts, he looks at our minds to see how they line up. And I'm asking you to look at the hearts and the minds of the one that you want to vote for, or you want, or both candidates. Look at both hearts and both minds, and then cast your decision, your vote, based on that. Because only God knows the end. We don't. That's what's so beautiful about God. It's already been decided. It's already been ordained as to what that would be. But what we should always do, and that is play your part, play your role. Because it's putting in the work to get in line, to go and do and vote. That's work. Put in your work. And you pray and you hope for the best based on the fact that you put in your work. That's your vote. Your vote is your work. But a lot of people are with the level of anxiety and they are just stressing over the unknown. But see, we're human beings. We're limited in what we know, and we're limited as to when we know. We're living every moment as it's happening. And that's only what you know. You can believe something, but to believe something doesn't mean it's going to happen. But you know in the moment of what things are because you're living in it. You see it for yourself. But God already got it worked out. Just know that. God already has this election worked out. I don't know if it's to be in favor for what I've asked and prayed for and voted for. I don't even know if it's what you prayed and you asked and you voted for. But I do know I trust one person, one source, and I should say one source, and that's God. I trust whether or not he agrees or and allows it, or he disagrees and he doesn't allow. But foremost, I have to trust him because if not, I get so bombarded down with the fact of please don't let it be this, please don't let it be that, and that is not good because what end up happening, God is going to allow or create whatever that situation is. Period. Because he already got things already aligned as to how things are going to play out. And anything and all thing that God does, he always does with a purpose. He don't have to agree with you. He don't have to do as you pray and you may cry and hope he does. He don't have to do that because he's God. He does not have to do that. But what you should do is have faith in him, not man, not the person that you don't want to be in office, not the person that you want to be in office, either one. I'm just saying, you should only have faith in God. We can assume many things for those assumptions. I don't know what's going to happen with whichever party wins. I don't know the chaos it may bring to America, maybe your own community, your state. I don't know how it may tear up this country because I never seen anything on this level ever. So I don't know the outcome of what all this going to do or what all this is even going to be once November 5th passes or once they decide who is the one who actually won the election. I don't know. I don't know what that's going to create or the level of chaos. Or maybe there might not even be any chaos. While we're stressing over the possibility, it may not even be any. But whoever wins, all I do know is people are very unstable during this election. They're so out of balance. They're doing some scrupulous thing, shooting up the election sites and, you know, even trying assassination with former President Trump. I'm just saying, people are out of control with anger, frustration, anxiety, stress. It's a place of just chaos in America. And I just want to make sure that you guys think about this and how do you stay in balance. I don't know about you, but I know I watch a lot of news. I do. I'm drawn to watch the news. Does it trouble me? Oh, yeah, it bothers me. A lot of the news that I see, I hear, bothers me. Some give me hope. A lot of it just bothers me because I'm looking at both sides. And it gets very troublesome at times for that media. But if you're one of those people who take your stress and your anxiety to a whole nother level, pull back from watching that stuff or hearing it. If you find out that you can't talk to people about politics, stop talking and stop listening to politics because you see where it leads. It doesn't lead to a good place. And they were talking about exercise that's called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, where there's an exercise you can do where you think of like 5 things that you can actually see, so much that you can hear, so much that you can touch, and things like that, so that you can calm yourself down, refocus your mind and your brain, so that you don't focus so much on the negative. Everybody can't handle this. Seriously, everybody can't handle news. Everybody can't handle conversation when they deal with politics without getting angry. You got to pull back. Maybe you shouldn't be watching no news. I mean, literally, maybe you should not be watching no news at all because it's also about how to stay balanced. The election's going to happen. November is going to come. People are going to vote, and someone's going to be decided as to who the winner of be the next president who runs this country. But I do want to encourage you to cast your one vote. When people say, well, it's just one vote. No, you one vote out of many who choose not to vote. And when you add up those many, we have thousands of people and thousands who will not vote. So now you're not only one vote, you're not adding to that multitude, that multiple number that was already created by the other ones who wouldn't vote. So you never just one. Please know that. You're never just one. But please don't look at yourself as one. Because when I see myself, when they call the number of votes that this person got, my vote is included to help make up that big number. Just like if you don't vote, your vote is included to make up that big number. That's why the number is so big and so many people not voting. Please vote. Please vote. It's your right to vote, and people truly have paved the way for you to vote. There's a lot at stake here. There's a lot that we're looking at. On November 6th or whenever they decide that they got the last count, Where will America stand? How will we stand? And that's the big question. But if we can keep ourselves balanced, then we will be good. But it's because we are not in balance that it creates so much disturbing things that we're having to deal with within ourselves that allow you to do some things that could even be out of character for you because you will lose yourself. And that is not good. We do not want to lose ourselves because of this election, and you have no control over the end. Know that, people. You have no control over the end. You can just be a contributor to what you hope it to be. Only God knows. You can look at the polls, they switch all the time. But that's man. Anything created by man, there's error. So I'm having to just myself, I'm looking to God. I'm looking so much more at Him instead of the polls. I can't even get excited. Or I'm trying not to even get discouraged because I'm looking at God who already knows. It's already there. We just got to catch up with the time. It's already, He knows, people. He knows. He knows. And God don't make mistakes. And that's what I have to live with. God does not make mistakes. I pray, I pray, I pray, I pray, I pray. But that still doesn't guarantee me what I pray for. Just as I pray, somebody else praying for something else. But only God is going to decide what that is. He just wants you again put in your work, and that is your vote. Put in your work, so that is your vote. That's your vote, people. This election is too critical. It's too sensitive. It's a must. It's a must that you vote. I cannot express that enough. It's a must that you vote. And don't get so caught up with all the misinformation and stuff that you keep hearing. Oh, don't get so caught up with the uncertainty. Because that is not something you can control. Look at other things and focus. You can your anxiety is high. Try a journal. Write your feelings down. Express yourself. Exercise. Find a hobby. Do something that's distracting to you. Like go and go on a long walk or just a walk. Be with friends, people that feel like you feel, that you can relate to. But your mental well-being, guys, your mental well-being is critical. And if everything you try does not work for you, please go get some help. Please go get some help. And I want to share this with you real quick because this was something that I thought was that you can actually use. And I want you to look it up. I want you to actually look this up. And it's called the PMR. It's a progressive muscle relaxation. I looked it up on Google. And these are techniques that you can do with your body, and it literally helps you to take that stress off you, literally from your head to your feet, because your muscles carry stress, your muscle carry anxiety. But there are different techniques, and it's been out since 1920, so this has been out for the longest. They've done studies on it, and every one of it proven very reliable, very conducive for releasing stress. And so I'm just saying, it's called again PMR. And it's a progressive muscle relaxation that you can do if you're under that kind of stress. Because we carry stress. That's why people have heart attacks, stroke out. I'm just saying blood pressure goes up. Loss of hair. We carry stress. From our head to our toe, we carry stress. So please look that up. And if you think it can help you, I would encourage you to do that exercise and those techniques because something has to give. A lot of us really are struggling. I mean, major struggling with stress over this election. And it's cannot consume you to that point where you will be made to be sick. This election is going to happen. But the one you want to take care of is yourself. Please take care of you while we go through this whole process leading to November 5th. Because after November 5th, every vote has been cast. Time's up. And they say the closer it gets to the election, the higher the stress level. So if you're already stressed over the election, you even gonna be more stressed because we only have days. Days. And it's over. Not even a week. We have days. So what you gonna do? I mean, really, what are you gonna do? But don't be so consumed that you lose yourself over something you don't even know what the end result really will be. And that stress and that anxiety is caused on the unknown because you don't know. So you consume with something you don't even know yet. Again, your faith is in one. Who knows? We just got to catch up with the time. But it's already in line and it's already in place. God knows. He knows. So I want you to be encouraged. Be encouraged this election. Not stressed or anxious to that point or just the anxiety level, which you are so consumed with it, because it does not help you. This is an election year. But how do you stay balanced? And sometimes just to find somebody you can talk to, just talk to somebody who understands where you are. Alcohol, caffeine, stay away from it. If you have anxiety and stress, it's not good for you. It's not good. You just add into your problem. That does not help you. But I'm going to say this. Whatever God allows or he creates, it has purpose. I know it's hard to believe because it may not be what you want, but I'm just saying, whatever God allows or create has purpose. So I'm talking to me, myself, because it gets to me at times too. But I have to stay focused on that to help me so I don't get lost in it. And I don't get consumed by it. So I'm going to trust him. And on November 5th, we'll see what the end results are. I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for listening and being a part of my podcast community. I hope this episode has been encouraging to you. I hope that if you're struggling with anxiety, if you're one of those 7 out of 10 people who are struggling and thinking about this all the time, I hope this has been encouraging to you to seek help if you need it. Turn off that TV, turn off the media, get off the social media, stop listening, look up at him, talk to him, pray to him, because only he knows. Please visit my website, www.sherylcharlotte.com. If you like this message, please click like, subscribe, follow, and please, I invite you to check out my other episodes on my channel. And I thank you for always supporting and encouraging me. And I will hope to see you after November 5th will be my next one. So I guess we'll know who our next president would be. So I thank you for tuning in, and God bless you. And as they say, and God bless America. Thank you.